All right, everybody, welcome. We got Coach Aaron Thier here. He is the head coach of the Lakeway boys soccer team and girls soccer team. They are split now. It's no longer co-ed, right?
Yep, no longer co-ed.
When I was in school, they were all co-ed because they could barely put a team together when it was co-ed. So that says a lot about what you've built here with the Lakeway Hornets team. You've been the head coach here for 4 years now.
Yep, 4 years for the boys, 3 for the girls so far. Yeah.
And this is your first experience as a high school head coach, correct?
Yeah, first time coaching high school. Yes.
So what's your soccer background that made them go, we want this guy?
Well, I started out right out of high school coaching recreational soccer. Wanted to stay involved with the game, and then eventually my kids started playing club level. And then when eventually I started kind of getting into that a lot, and I coached for the Knights in Rolla, Demise Soccer Club, Sporting Springfield, and ended there with Southwest Missouri Rush as a goalkeeping director. I've coached anywhere from U8 through high school at the club level before I came to coach high school soccer.
So that's a lot of experience to bring into a high school gig here. And I will say Coach Heenan kind of made a foundation here for you to build on.
Yeah.
And you have picked that up and run with it. You've made it your own thing. You know, nobody's saying, you know, he didn't do this. This wasn't his baby. It is your baby, and you've done really good with it. 4th place finish this year. Public school champions last year. I get in trouble for saying that on radio.
No, but it's the truth. When you're the highest finishing public school in the soccer program, in the way the system is, with as long as we're playing against private schools, it's definitely a reality. You can say that's the thing.
Well, you said it, not me. But it's a big thing for a small school to have a state run in any sport. To have as many consecutive state runs as what Lakeway has had is remarkable. And what's your best finish here? 3rd?
No, we 4th both times for the boys and in the girls season. I'll tell you though, you're right. It's not just Coach Heenan. The soccer history here at Lakeway is 23 years now strong. This is our 8th district title for the boys. 2nd Final Four appearance in 3 years. There's a history there of building players. We finally have figured out a formula to get over the hump. This year we were competing in that first game, man. We were right there. 0-0 to 34 seconds left.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if I ever prayed for a timeout in soccer ever in my life so hard, because really we were the better team for most of the game. But that last 10 minutes, we were on our heels, and, man, I wanted a timeout.
Yeah. You know what? That was a heartbreaking loss. I watched the final clip there against Lone Jack, and Lone Jack ended up getting 2nd place with Metro. Yeah. I think Metro is a magnet school?
Metro's who we ended up playing. Veritas ended up going off.
Veritas, that's the one.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So
which Metro is private, but it's a
magnet school.
Yeah, magnet school. So it is still a charter in a way.
It's on the line.
Yeah. But it's classified public by state of.
So, you know what? You guys have done a great job here. How did you feel about the co-op this year?
Oh man, the co-op has been nothing but great. I think for both schools. I think giving the opportunity to Richland kids that want to play, I'm really hoping more are inspired to come play, especially now that they're seeing their kids get to play, their friends, their classmates. I was told by their administration they streamed the game at school at Richland, and there was kids on our pep bus. We co-opted a pep bus to come to all the games, and I love that. I love that there's a fire about it, and I'm going back into the school at Richland here in a couple weeks to talk to the kids. I'm all about it. I want to get as many kids playing soccer as I can if they want the opportunity. We're in a struggling environment with kids just don't want to play sports anymore, man. It don't matter what the sport is.
Nope, it doesn't.
And so if I can get kids to play, 1 is a plus. 2, if we can compete and I can teach them life lessons along the way, that's a whole nother thing.
I say a lot, kids these days, and I hate to be the old guy, back in my day.
Yeah.
But kids these days, I don't think they can quantify the amount of work, effort, and ethic it takes to become good and stay good even at the high school level.
Yeah.
But it starts early, and a lot of these kids don't realize until it's too late that, I really have to work at this, and I really have to try to be good at this.
Yeah, we have a saying on our wall in our gym down there that says, building is thrilling, sustaining is exhausting.
Correct.
So it's all about consistency, right? Everybody can get there one time, eventually. If you work hard enough, you can win a district title. You can win a championship. You can compete at least.
But to be consistent.
But to do it over and over again, it takes a lot more effort. And
Yeah.
it takes consistency from the top to the bottom. And that's what I've hoped when I came in here. Like, not, this isn't me tooting my own horn, but when I came in here, I said districts is not a goal. Winning districts is not a goal. Competing in a district championship every year, that's where we want to be. But it's not a goal. It should be an expectation.
Yes.
That going into practice, day in, day out, that we are going to be competing for a district title every year. And then if you get there, it's 2 games.
Yeah, if you're consistently one of the top 10 teams in the state, you're doing the job right.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you're competitive with every other team in the state. There's 256, I think, public schools now, not including the 167 private schools now. But if you're in the top 10 out of 400 and some schools across that entire landscape, you're doing something right. Your kids are working,
right?
And it makes them feel good.
And I tell you, I'm the administration, working with the Richland administration, like seamless. It's like we're one when it comes to this. We want their kids to succeed. We want our kids to have an opportunity and to succeed. And I'm telling you, when we did it 2 years ago, I told them this won't be the first one. And I firmly believe. I mean, we didn't have a softball program this year. I'm pretty sure it's been discussed already, and it's likely we're going to be softball co-opt with Richland going forward.
And that's not a bad idea. I mean, you guys are 7 miles apart.
Yeah.
So it's not that much.
We just played them right in basketball, and I talked with this earlier to Alan, but we're about to play them in boys, and I hope they compete like they're not family right now in a way. You know what I mean? Ultimately, there's several boys on this basketball team that are my soccer players. For Richland, there's quite a few on the Lakeway side, and be best friends still when it's over, and that's important. Like that's a life lesson in itself.
Yeah, they're friends when they're playing together, and they are arch enemies when they are not playing. And
yeah, for sure.
For whatever reason, Lakeway and they sit in the opposite section of Richland every game, and I always think it's hilarious. I'm like, you guys play sports together. Yeah. Like, these are your teammates. What are you doing? But it helps kind of fuel that friendly rivalry.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a friendly one. And they get along really well. It's actually been awesome to see. In fact, one of the parents was telling me the other day, they told Dr. We need to go to Lakeway's graduation.
Absolutely. About here until the start of the ball game, I got a couple of sponsors I got to run ads for and get my book wrote. So, Coach, thanks for coming up here with you.
Anytime. Thank you.
We'll see you next time. ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving Pulaski and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or Wheeling. Find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, at U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. All right, guys, about to get this game. Turn out my book here, and then I'll fix the scoreboard, so don't worry about that part of it. Looking for the Lakeway starting lineup from their first game. There it is. I think it's basically going to be the same here. Zane Marlin, Seth Creighton, Ryder Martin, Cole Story, and Boggs. 12. And Gavin Shaw. So here we go, underway. Tip goes to the Lakeway Hornets. Talking a little bit here. They play together in soccer, but they do not like one another here on the court. That one up, no good. Rebound brought down by Buttress, but picked up by Lakeway. Now it's going to go back court. That's a turnover to start the ball game here for the Lakeway Hornets. You guys will give me just a minute. I'll scoreboard up here as well. Pass over to Aiden Polly. Polly over to Cohen. Cohen looking in the corner for Buttress. Buttress made a couple of big man threes here on this season already. Polly handling the ball up top, guarded by Story. Cohen going to travel. So 2 turnovers and no points here for these two teams. Martin handles it across the can't read my own handwriting. There goes Gavin Shaw. He'll put the first points up on the board here for the Lakeway. So pass to Alexander. Now that's going to be a foul in the lane. See if I can fix this here while they're doing that. This is a pretty close physical game for most of it, I do believe. Lakeway got a little bit of a deeper bench. That one gets away from York. Back the other way, long pass down to Boggs. Boggs trapped in there, gets it out to Creighton. In the corner here to Story. Story for 3. No good off the edge of the rim there, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Boggs. No, they're going to say it's off Aiden Polly. See, even the Lakeway kids thought that was going Richland's direction. Here's the inbound underneath the basket out to Creighton. Creighton gets it to Martin. Martin driving good outside the Story. Swings it around to Shaw. Shaw up top here to Martin. Martin for 3, no good. Rebounded by Shaw, thrown back in, picked up by Mason Alexander. And take it across half court here. Stopped by Ryder Story, and he will step out, or by Ryder Martin, he will step out of bounds. Guys, the internet's been choppy all day, so if it starts cutting out or anything, not a whole lot I can do about it. I've tried. This one over on the corner, inside to Boggs. Boggs up with it, 2. 4-0 Lakeway. Alexander brings it across. He's going to drive the lane. Up with the floater, no good. 3, 4 Hornets underneath the rebound. Boggs comes up with it. 5:07 on the clock. That one picked away in the lane. Aiden Polly brings it across the time. Working on Martin here. Gets it out to Braden York. York with the screen there. No time for a shot. Miller gets it. He's going to drive. Back out to Alexander, and a bad pass. I don't want to say bad. errant. We'll say an errant pass out of bounds. Anyway, I know it's going to lag and all that, guys. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that outside of buying my own internet company. And I'm not that lucrative yet. Here's an inside bounce pass. And that is the first points of the night here for, I think that's Neff. Nope, Ryder Kelly. So Kelly puts up 2 more, makes it 6-0. We're going to have a timeout here. We'll be back here in just a second after this.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here we go, pressure in the backcourt. Braylon Walters is checked in here. Long pass down to Aiden Polly. Polly to Alexander. Alexander dishes it off here to Buttress, now in the corner. Alexander up to Polly. Polly out to Walters. Walters swings it around to Miller. Miller drives the lane. Floater no good with the contact. And quickly back the other way. Boggs underneath. Nobody there, and he misses it. Richland still scoreless here. Still 6-0. Polly outside to Walters. Walters drives in. Floater. Good. Walters has his. Back down the other side goes Martin. Now swings it around to for 3. No good. Rebounded by Polly. 3.5 on the clock here. Polly across half court. Gets it to Alexander. Alexander shoots it. 2. Good. And just like that, it's a 2-point ball game. Inside, picked off by Buttress. Buttress will hand it off here to Aiden Polly. Polly down here to Alexander. That's not a smart pass, I don't believe. But it will pay off here. .305 on the clock. This is inbounded here to Alexander. He'll get it over to Walters. Walters over to Polly. Polly bounce pass underneath to Griffin. Griffin out to Miller for 3. No good. Rebound contested. Griffin fighting for it down there, but Boggs comes up with it. He'll drive down to the other end. No foul called on that contact. Out to Martin for 3. No good. Rebounded underneath by Boggs and Griffin, and it'll be a jump ball. We'll go the Bears direction here. Backcourt, handing off to Braylon Walters. Braylon Walters dribbling the ball around here, trying to get through Wyatt. That one picked away underneath. Lots of turnovers here in the first quarter already by both teams. Ryder Martin through the lane, no good. Ball is loose. Polly comes up with it. Polly going to bring it over here across half court. Polly to the right wing. Inside here to Griffin. Griffin up with it. Good. And Griffin on the board. And that knots us here at 6. And back the other way it goes. Alexander comes up with it. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I forget I'm my own camera guy. That one from the corner, no good. Griffin fighting underneath for that rebound. He's a senior, he's a newcomer, but he has some good effort, and that size helps. Here's a shot by Martin. Ryder Martin has his first points of the night here. And that one is a errant pass that thankfully was picked up by Alexander. Now to Polly across the timeline here. Guarded in the corner by Martin. Martin putting pressure on these point guards. Alexander to Griffin. Griffin didn't want to go up and shoot it, so he passed it back, and that was intercepted. Over in the corner to Kelly. Kelly inside to Boggs. Creighton cannot save it from going out of, or excuse me, that is Wyatt couldn't save it from going out of bounds. We're going to have some subs in now. Looks like Neff is coming in. Marlin back in. Press keeping the pressure on here for the Richland Bears. Less than a minute to go here in the first. 8-6 ball game. Alexander going to draw some contact. That'll be a foul on Neff. His first. Team's second. 48.3 on the clock. Inbound into Alexander. He goes up with it. 4 points now for Alexander to knock this game at 8. The tie is scored. Quick passes around. Shaw to Neff. Neff back outside here to Story. Story for three. Good. And the tie is no longer scored. 11-8 lead for the Lakeway Hornets here with 22 seconds left on the clock. Pass over to Miller. Miller for three. No good. Rebounded. It's contested, and Braylon Walters almost come up with it. I think it's going to be on Braylon. It is his first. Third team foul of the quarter here. And Ryder Martin going to check back in here. 15.5 on the clock. Inbound to Neff. They're going to hustle it down, probably try to hit Story in the corner. Or Ryder Martin in the two. Story wide open on the wing, inside to Shaw, back out to Martin. Martin inside on the cut to Neff. Neff can't get it, and that will. It is a 3-point lead for the Lakeway Hornets. We'll be back here in just a moment.
The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster.
Welcome back. 11-8, Hornets lead here, started the second quarter. This is a battle to go to the boys consolation championship, if you want to call it consolation and championship. I don't know what else to call it at the moment. Ryder Martin drives. That one no good. Rebounded by Boggs. Boggs kicks it out here for three. No good. Rebounded underneath by Shaw, no good. And neither one of these teams shooting very well start of this game. That one rebounded by Creighton. Creighton over here to Martin. Martin for three. Thought about it too long. That's Story, actually. It's hard to tell. They're all blonde because of soccer season. Except for Boggs. He's got some leopard print in his hair. .7:33 on the clock here. Long pass down to Cohen. Baseball pass, which should be Alexander's specialty. That one poked away from Braylon Walters. He's going to dribble around and get out of trouble. Cohen, he's going to drive baseline here. Up on contact, no. Boggs gets the rebound. And the refs are letting the boys play here. 7:05, still 11-8. Up and no good off the side. Boggs no good, gets his own rebound. Still can't make it, but he will draw a foul. So that'll send Boggs to the line here to shoot 2, and that is the 3rd foul already on Caden Cohen. Boggs, the first one. No good. Got the unfriendly toilet bowl roll and pops back out. The second shot, no good either. Tipped away by Story, picked up by Martin. Martin, no good. Backed out the Story for 3, no good. Rebounded by Boggs. Boggs hits that one. And it is now 13-8, and we're going to have a timeout for the Bears. It'll be a 30-second timeout. I'm going to take one with you. And there's a reason behind that.
Unlimited Custom Apparel in Crocker has everything you need for unique apparel and promotional products for your team or business. With a wide range of handmade custom shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, and so much more, Unlimited Custom Apparel has what you want. So no matter what you need printed or pressed, embroidered or emblazoned, the possibilities are unlimited. Find them on Facebook today and tell them that Better Call Ball sent you their way.
All right, coming out of the 30-second timeout. So, reason I played the Unlimited Custom Apparel commercial there, 1, because they're due, but 2, because that is who's going to be making my merchandise. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did post some of our mock-ups for what the designs will look like earlier today. As Alexander and Walter, that one picked away, and it gets thrown to the ground, but Ryder Martin will pick it up. He's driving baseline. Good. And draws the foul. So he'll go to the line for the and 1 here. And that's going to be on. They're going to start out at about 20 for the pre-orders, and then they will go up to 25 after that. Once the pre-orders are finished. So if you want a 25 after that, once the pre-orders are finished. So if you want a hat for $5 cheaper, driving the lane with the floater, good. Creighton gets himself on the board for the first time tonight. And Lakeway beginning to pull away here with 5:50 to go in the second. Errant pass here picked up off the floor by Marlin. Long pass over there to Hendricks. Hendricks back to Creighton and back up top to Ryder Martin. Anyway, if you'd like to pre-order a hat, be sure to do that. It'll save you $5 in the long run. Martin fakes it, shot, dribbles in, shoots it from the high post, no good. Rebounded by Polly. All those shirts and hats will be in school colors. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go look at the mock-ups there on the page. Buttress making some moves, going in for the shot, does not draw the contact he was hoping for. And we'll go back the other way now. Sorry about the shameless plug. That one up and no good by, let's see, that's Kelly. That's going to be a foul, probably again on Buttress. Nope, going to be on Aiden Polly, his first. .507 on the clock here. First one up and good for Kelly. Kelly now has 3. And a 10-point lead for the Hornets. Second one up and good. 11-point lead for the Hornets. Richland's going to have to figure out a way to get through this press without turning the ball over. Polly just dribbles around. His face is Hendricks. Now over to York. York dribbles in. It's picked away by Boggs, but we're going to have a foul call. See who that's on. 12, so that's going to be Boggs with his first personal. And now we're going to have out of bounds on the inbound somehow. So back the other way it'll go for the Laquey Hornets. Ryder Martin across half court gets it over to Boggs. In the corner to Story, back up top to Martin. Martin's going to drive in, pass back over here to Hendricks. Hendricks back up to Martin. Lots of motion. This zone defense kind of suffering. Long three by Hendricks is good. And this game getting out of hand in a hurry. Bears, the 8th seed in the tournament, did beat their their first round opponent Plato, but lost to Dixon. That three no good. Boggs back the other way, gets it to Martin. Martin up and is stripped in the lane. We're going to have a jump ball, and it will go to the Bears. So the Bears beat Plato to open the tournament and then lost to the Dixon Bulldogs, the number 1 seed. The only clear number 1 seed left because Crocker was upset in last night's event by the number 5 seed Dixon Bulldogs. So Dixon, a chance to go to the championship in both brackets, or a chance to win the championship in both brackets, I should say. That long pass over here. Three by Miller, no good. Martin back to the other end in a hurry. Little jump stop, and we're going to have a foul there. It's going to be on Griffin or Miller. Looks like it's going to, nope. On Aiden Pauley, his second. And the Bears in foul trouble already here. That's the 4th team foul. Martin sinks that one. And the second, also good. And it's 24-8. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here while the boys get some refreshments. Let's talk about one of our new sponsors, which is the Soda Trough over in Richland. It's got a drive-through. It's on the corner of McClurg and Walnut in the old package store. It's got a drive-through window. They do dirty sodas. They do teas. They do lots of other things. They have food, sandwiches, and chips. And I've heard they're very good. And I say heard because I don't drink. So, but I hear a lot of people say they really like those dirty sodas. So if you're over in Richland and you got a thirst you need to quench, just head on over to the Soda Trough there and see what they can do for you. .341 on the clock here in the second quarter. Laquey with a large lead. Richland trying to alleviate that problem before the end of the half. And in trouble. Back to Polly. Story and Ryder Martin are just causing havoc here in the front court. Alexander, jump stop. Has to get the ball, get rid of the ball, and he's going to draw a foul there. 3 sets of hands in there fighting for the ball. That's going to be on. Third team foul in the quarter for the Hornets. Oh boy. We are having some internet issues, guys. I'm sorry about that. It's telling me it's transmitting and it's telling me it's not. I don't know what's going on. Internet here has not been too spiffy today. Polly over in the corner, double teamed. It's going to go back court, but it's tipped. He ends up with it. Now they'll have to try to get it out of the back court again. Story and Ryder Martin just too good at putting pressure on these Richland point guards, and that'll be another turnover. 2:28 on the clock here. Hornets inbound it over into the corner to Story, back to Martin. Now back up top here to Hendricks. Hendricks for three, no good. Rebounded underneath. Boggs takes it away from Polly. He goes back up with it. It is good. And Lakeway starting to run away with this one. And that right there is the problem. Braden York going up, and he's going to draw contact and the foul. No, they're going to say it's on the floor. So that's going to be on Shaw, his second. They say it's on the floor, not on the shot. Clearly, I thought he was going up for a shot. Let's see. We'll see in a minute. Turnover. 26-11 here. Ryder Martin with a minute 55 on the clock. Ooh, pump fake. Got him. Martin has 9 points now for the Hornets. And that one stripped away, and there's 2 more for him. And Richland going to have to figure something out with this press, or this game is going to be over by the time we get to half. Braylon Walters dribbling around. Ryder Martin in his face. Back up here to Miller. Now to Polly. Polly dribbles around out to Walters. Walters trying to move in. Hendricks cuts him off. York, quick three. No good. Rebounded by Kelly. And Lakeway with a chance to make it a 20-point lead here on this trip. We're going to have a travel call there on Kelly. So now to inbound is Walters. To Polly. Polly guarded by Story. Walters going to drive middle. Blocked by Hendricks. Back the other way. 49 seconds on the clock. That one picked away from Ryder Martin. Picked up by Aiden Polly. He'll dish it off to Buttress and go back the other direction here. Polly driving against Story. Gets it off to Miller. Miller, wide open three. No good. Rebounded by Buttress. Back the other way. Joe Miller thinks he's Mike these threes. Ryder Martin inside to Boggs. Boggs can't handle it cleanly. Picks it back up. He's going to try to dribble around Buttress. Buttress blocks it. 10 seconds on the clock. Polly going to try to get it down here and get it to somebody who can shoot. Over to Buttress. Inside to Miller. Miller can't handle it. And Ryder Martin will just pick it up and let the time run out here in the second quarter. So a 19.
Buddy, we're here with Coach Austin Porter. High school. How we doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. So how do you feel about your year here so far? Got a pretty good group to work with.
I enjoy it a lot. The kids work hard and they're a good group of boys. So.
And this is your first year as the head coach anywhere, correct?
Yep.
And where were you previous?
I've been at Sparta High School out in Christian County for 4 years.
Okay. And you went to high school in Marshfield?
Marshfield, yep.
So no stranger to the area, just not quite specific to this area.
Right.
So based on what you've seen so far, you're going to have how many returning starters? 3, 4?
So the starting lineup changed a bit. I think we've got 5 guys that at least started 3 games last year.
They got playing time.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have anybody that you think is going to surprise the rest of the conference? Any breakout players that you can see?
I think Caden Cohen could be. He didn't end up finishing the year last year, but I think he had a great summer, a great June for us, and he's had a great first couple weeks of practice, and I think he could be a riser for sure.
He's got a lot of basketball in his blood.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys ended up with the 6 seed? 8 seed.
Yep.
Okay, so you'll have a play-in game.
Yep.
It's hard for me to keep the seating straight because they changed
sure.
it once. But so you guys will have the play-in game. Are you pretty confident that you're going to end up in the tournament bracket outside of that?
I hope so. being new to the Frisco League, it's hard to know, especially this early in the year, who's got what and who's coming back. But I like our guys, and I think we should be able to compete with just about anybody. So
that does make the Frisco League unique in that they do the conference tournament to begin the year instead of to end the regular season, which a lot of places don't do. I don't think we're the only one, but we're one of the very few.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives you a feel out for what the rest of your schedule is going to be. And are you looking forward to kind of getting the insight on some of these teams? There's a lot of new coaches and a lot of new players. Is that insight going to help you down through your regular schedule, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think, the more times you see somebody, the more information you have, on kids and coaches, just how coaches do things, what they like to do, and things like that. And then, whole group of kids that I've never seen before. So, yeah, it'll definitely help us down the stretch when we get to conference play.
Is there any particular goal you have set for this season?
We just want to compete. That's what we've talked about. The first couple of weeks is one of the questions I asked them last night is who are we when things get hard, and I think the kids are really taking ownership of that, and they're really competing, trying to do everything I ask every time we take the floor. So
having a good motor helps a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't teach work ethic, can't teach drive. You have the talent that you have, and I feel like you've done your best to utilize the talent that you do have. And so I'm hoping that'll reflect into a winning play-in game and, of course, a good deep run into the tournament. But if you do win, you'll have to face the number one overall seed, which is Dixon. And a lot of people pick Dixon to win. Right. Despite the fact they're a number one seed, they are a very good team. So how do you feel about matching up with Dixon if you do win that play-in game?
Yeah. Like I said, we just want to go out and compete. We, like I said, I told them, just the other day, it's not Richland against somebody else. It's Richland against Richland every time we play. So we want to go out there and compete to the best of our ability, no matter who's in front of us, whether it's Dixon, whether it's Plato, no matter who it is, and see where we're at the end. So.
I love that approach, and I wish you the best of luck in the Frisco League tournament.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas, so stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people.
There's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. MFA Agri-Services started way back in 1914, and they're still alive and well today. This is because they serve their communities like no one else, offering feed and bedding for pets and livestock, minerals, supplements, veterinary supplies, and so much more. MFA has what you need to keep your farm outstanding in its field. See what we did there? Stop by our location in Richland and see what Wayne and the crew has in stock for you. Unlimited Custom Apparel in Crocker has everything you need for unique apparel and promotional products for your team or business. With a wide range of handmade custom shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, and so much more, Unlimited Custom Apparel has what you want. So no matter what you need printed or pressed, embroidered or emblazoned, the possibilities are unlimited. Find them on Facebook today and tell them that Better Call Ball sent you their way. As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a warm, comfy place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants can destroy your home. Don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome guests. Let A to Z evict those freeloading pests. A to Z is FHA and VA approved and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding Ozarks. They offer termite inspections and identify issues that could cost you thousands. A to Z will annihilate those ants, finish off those fleas, and terminate those termites. Eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is what A to Z does best, so call today. ATR in Richland has been in the bulb business since 1984, and they're not done yet. While ATR specializes in industrial, wholesale, and specialty bulbs for manufacturers such as Sylvania, General Electric, and Philips, they also have a retail counter for residential bulbs and fixtures at a fraction of the cost of a big box store. So whether you need to replace one hard-to-find bulb or you get the bright idea for a whole new look, be sure to give the knowledgeable staff at ATR a call. Nobody lights up a room like ATR. Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County.
Start of the third quarter, Lakeway inbounds the basketball, not in any kind of hurry here. Leading by 19. Shaw hands it off to Martin. Martin guarded by York. Stuff. Turned over there. Back the other way, Aiden Polly handling the ball here. Story still putting pressure on him. Over to Cohen. Cohen gonna have to be careful. He's got 3 fouls already. Back to Polly at the top, and that's a double dribble. First half, Alexander had 4, Walters 2, Miller 3, Griffin 2 for the Bears. Creighton had 2, Martin had 10, Story with 3, Boggs with 6, Shaw with 2, Kelly with 4. Here's Ryder Martin again, no good. Rebounded by Shaw. Martin drives outside here to Creighton. Creighton no good at 3. Rebounded by Boggs. Cole Story for 3, no good. Finally rebounded. No. Gonna go out of bounds off of Creighton, who accidentally hit Aiden Polly in the face trying to save that one. At least we'll say it was accidentally. Poked away in the backcourt by Martin. He's going to dribble it back out. I think the Bears have more turnovers than points. That one inside will go out of bounds off of a Bear. 6:34 to go here in the third. And the Bears are going to have to kick it in gear here soon. The Hornets are just bullying the Bears underneath. And that is not helping the cause here. York cuts in front of Shaw on that one. Takes it back to the other end, trying to go up with it. No foul called on that. Lots of contact. Sorry, forgot about the camera. Shaw blocked. Picked up by Buttress. Stolen away by Martin. That one inside, intended for Boggs, I think. That will go out of bounds. Off of Shaw. I'll try to remember to track it with the camera this time. Sorry, guys. Over to York. York dishes it out to Polly. Polly dishes it out to Buttress. Buttress goes up and in with it. No good. He'll draw a foul in the process. Hopefully the internet stays stable for this half. Sorry about the first half. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, though. I'm not an internet company. I don't know how to fix anything, so. Buttress headed up to the line to shoot two. First one is good. That's his first points of the night. Buttress now for the second. Rolls out, no good. And quickly back the other direction. Goes Ryder Martin. Over to Story. Story back up top to Ryder. Ryder wide open. Step left three, no good. Shaw getting in there, wrestling it away from Polly. Back to Martin. This one out for Story for three. That one will fall. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Lakeway Hornets. So we'll take one with them here. We'll be back in just a moment after this.
It's a fact of life that even the most reliable equipment occasionally will break down. When that happens, Farm to Fun Mechanical can fix it fast. Trucks, tractors, ATVs, big or small, Farm to Fun can fix it all. No need to worry about paying a tow truck either, because they will come to you. For fast, reliable, and honest service, call Farm to Fun Mechanical, 573-286-8999, and tell them that Kale sent you.
All right, so it'll be Bears ball out of the timeout here. Lakeway putting pressure back on them again. Really putting the screws to these Richland ball handlers. And I still maintain that Richland probably has more turnovers than they do points at this point in the game. Story, Shaw, Creighton all coming out. Hendricks, Kelly, and I don't know. Hendricks and Kelly coming in. Boggs looks like he checked in. Oh, it's Wyatt. Three-pointer good by Caden Cohen. At least I think it was. That one up. That one in. That was Wyatt going for the two. 20-point lead here. 5 minutes left on the clock. Alexander finally dribbles his way through. Still stumbling, still going. And a travel. He was just doing his best to maintain balance and possession. Back around here. Swings the ball up top to Kelly. Kelly in the corner. Three from Ryder Martin, no good. Rebounded by Polly. Now over to, picked away. Ryder Martin with it again. Fast break. Good on the layup by Hendricks. He's got 5. And we are dangerously close to being in turbo clock territory here for the Bears. York, no good. Up with for the rebound was Cohen. It slapped away. York tries it again. That time rebounded by Boggs. And I bet for every one rebound that the Bears have, the Hornets have 5. This one a 3, no good by Hendricks. Boggs picks it up and steps all over Aiden Pauley in the process. Didn't mean to. Just a product of the moment. That's going to be a foul on Aiden Pauley somehow. Miller and Griffin going to check in for York and Buttress. Here's the inbound to Boggs. Boggs hands it off to Hendricks. Hendricks back up top here to Wyatt. Now to Neff. Neff's going to drive on the fake. Blocked by Griffin, but Griffin will incur a foul. That'll send Neff to the line here to shoot 2. We got one more game on the docket for the evening, as the first shot is up and no good for Neff. It is the Newburgh and Crocker boys. Newburgh losing an upset in the first round to the Iberia Rangers as that one goes in for Neff. Crocker winning their play-in game and then losing the second play-in here. So it'll be a 3 versus 7 seed. That's a push, and that's going to be on Kelly. Third team foul now for the Hornets. And they're going to call a blocking foul. It almost would have been better off for the Bears if they hadn't. Neff draws his second foul. 4 team fouls now for the Hornets in the quarter. Polly inbounds it. Trying to get it to Alexander. Picked off by Kelly. Neff along the sideline. He's going to get a blocking foul. That's going to be on, I think, Joe Miller or Braylon Walters. It's going to be on Braylon Walters, his second. Third team foul. 38-15 here. With 3:29 to go in the third quarter. Lakeway firmly in command here through the first 2.5 quarters. Caught. Neff drives. Floater. No good. Rebound by Alexander. That should be a foul on Boggs. That's going to be the 5th team foul. That'll send Alexander to the line here to shoot 2. That is the 3rd foul for Boggs. And the 5th team foul puts Richland in the bonus here. With 3:15 to go in the quarter, that could be the thing that swings the momentum the other direction for a change. Mason drains the first. It's basically, Richland just has to try to make contact here and draw fouls. If they can drive the lane, start drawing fouls, they can make up this deficit in a hurry. Second shot up, good for Alexander. He now has 6 on the night. 38-17. Dribbles it around, hands it off to Story. Story over here to Ryder Martin. Now long pass over to Story for 3, good. Story now has 9 points on the night, all by way of the 3. Trouble in the backcourt, picked away over here by Creighton. Creighton dishes it to Martin. Martin, that's his first points of the third quarter. He now has 12. 43-17. And that's going to be a foul on Martin, and that'll send Alexander to the line. You know, my mother never wants to talk to me until I'm busy doing this. Alexander to the line, bounces off. Literally, I can call my mom 3 times. She won't answer. Let me get on air. She wants to call and talk then. Alexander's second attempt is good. It's not that I don't want to talk to my mother. I just can't talk to her and do this at the same time. Inside. Now to Shaw. Shaw bounced pass over. Intercepted by Braylon Walters. Alexander passes it inside. Picked off by Shaw. Griffin wasn't ready for that anyway. 2:10 on the clock. Martin trying to make space. Gets it over here to Hendricks. Hendricks for 3. No good. Rebounded by Braylon Walters. Walters quickly down to the other end. He's trying to get around. And it's snatched away by Hendricks. Quick hands by Hendricks. Ryder Martin up and in. And this game is all but out of hand here. 45-18. I just forgot to update the last free throw made. Dish to Miller. Miller almost loses it out of bounds. Miller drives in out to Cohen. Cohen for 3. No good. Griffin can't corral the rebound, but Miller does. Now to Braylon Walters. Swings it around here to Alexander. Alexander drives in, loses the ball. Out of bounds. Lakeway ball. And so Marlin and Boggs going to check in here for Story and Shaw are going to come out. Inbound to Martin. Minute 15. Martin just taking his time. I actively think they don't want to have turbo clock here until the 4th. That one over to Creighton. Dishes to Creighton in the lane. No good. That was a good feed by Zane Marlin. It goes out of bounds on the Lakeway Hornets, and it's 58 seconds on the clock in the 3rd. Richland making some moves here. Braylon Walters move into the lane. Floater no good. Griffin comes up with it no good. Gets his own rebound. Almost punched out of bounds. Now to Braylon Walters. Walters with a jumper from free throw, no good. And Ryder Martin now going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebounded. Oh, by Creighton. York couldn't get a hand on it. And there's going to be a foul there, but I don't know on who. Because Boggs wasn't touched. It'll be on Braylon Walters, his 3rd. So Boggs goes to the line here to shoot 2. Looking for his first points here in the 3rd quarter. That's Braylon Walters' 3rd foul. 4th team. That one up and no good. Boggs has missed 3 of 3. Polly and Buttress checking back in for the Richland Bears. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Boggs is 2nd. Is up, and it's no good. Buttress with the rebound. Mason Alexander trying to get the ball over to Polly and barely does. Creighton all over him. Draped on him like a cape. Bounce pass. Gets away from Buttress. Buttress trying to work on Boggs. Over to York. York's going to drive the lane. No good on the rebound or on the layup. The rebound brought down, and then we're going to have a jump ball, it looks like. So it'll stay with Richland with 1.8 on the clock. That one bounced in, no good. And clock will run out here in the 3rd. So we head to the 4th quarter and a massacre occurring here. 45-18. Stick around for the 4th quarter, see how this ends up. We'll be back in just a little bit after this.
The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster.
Here we go at the start of the fourth. 45-18. Pass over in the corner. Brought back over here to Hendricks, and he's fouled by Alexander. Alexander, I think that's his first foul, surprisingly. It is. Inbound to Hendricks. Gets a screen from Marlin. He'll dish it off here to Kelly. Kelly going to drive the lane. Blocked by Buttress. And running, gunning back down the other end is Mason Alexander. And he's going to draw a foul. And it's going to be a shooting foul, so he'll go to the line here. 3 of 4 on the night for Alexander from the charity stripe. That foul was on Hendricks, his first. And Alexander will sink the first one here. Second one up and good. 25-point lead now for the Hornets after that. Long pass down here in the corner to number 24, who I don't have on my book at the moment. That is Tristan Cowart. It's never a good thing when that one up, no good. Rebounded by Aiden Polly. It's never a good thing when I'm doing your third game for a team and you're putting in somebody I haven't seen yet. Alexander for 3, good. 23-45 now. 7 on the clock in the fourth. That one inside. And Kelly going to have it a foul. I think that's going to be on Alexander, his second. He figures I've got 5 to use in 7 or so minutes. Let's get him out of the way. So 45-23. Kelly goes to the line to shoot 2. No good on the first. Made both of his attempts earlier. Here's the second. Got the friendly roll, 23-46. Back down to the other side. Caden Cohen working on Kelly. Got a little bit of a size advantage there, but we're going to have a foul, and Cohen will go to the line here to shoot 2. He has 3 points so far on the night. That foul was on Kelly, his second. First shot up by Cohen, no good, rolls out. I would bet the free throw percentage for this tournament is having around 50. And that's being generous. Here's the pass down to Wyatt. Wyatt gets it up there to Cowart. Cowart over in the corner to Hendricks. Hendricks back up top here to Wyatt. Hendricks, top of the key, dishes it over to Kelly. Kelly hands it off to Cowart. Cowart with a pick. He's going to shoot the long ball. No good. Long range 2-pointer does not go. And we're going to have a foul in the process here. It's going to be on Zane Marlin, his first. So to go back the Bears' way. Trailing by 22. Speaking of 22, Aiden Polly working on Hendricks over there. Gets it to Alexander. He's going to draw a foul. Could be a blocking foul called there on Kelly. That is the 4th team foul already. Kelly's 3rd. Creighton's going to come back in. This one tipped into the backcourt. Wide open. Misses it. Cohen back the other direction. He's in trouble. Gets it to Buttress. And it was a little hot for Buttress to get to. Now Creighton going to come in here for Cowart. Hendricks going to bring it across half court. Gets it over there to Kelly. Kelly in the corner to Creighton. Creighton dribbles up the wing. Thought about a shot from the high post. Gets it inside to Marlin. Marlin goes to the hoop. Good. Marlin's first 2 points of the game here, coming the 4th. 5.5 on the clock. Alexander, corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Cohen. Cohen almost has it stripped away and does lose it out of bounds. Cohen is just gangly down there underneath. He does have some athleticism, but it's hiding there under that gangly exterior. He has good games and not so good games. And playing under stress here can't help. Almost stripped away there by Alexander. It's poked away by him again. Alexander's got some quick hands. And we've got a timeout here by Laquey. They're going to take a full. We'll take one with them. We'll be back here in just a moment after this.
CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276.
Quick 3 missed off the inbound there. Back to the other end we go. Hand off to Miller. Miller up to Alexander. Alexander gets to Polly. Polly drives out to York. York for 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound underneath. Picked up by Laquey. And that's going to go out of bounds. Kelly got ahead of himself there on the way to the bucket. 4:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. What amounts to an insurmountable lead here for the Hornets. And I'm curious who we're going to see off the bench here if necessary for the Bears. That one is missed. Long pass down here to Wyatt. Wyatt back across to Hendricks. Hendricks with the floater from the baseline, no good. He almost gets his own rebound. They're going to say it was off of Richland. It should go the other way. In the corner, Neff for 3. Good. Nope, that's not Neff. That is Wyatt. So Wyatt has 5 points now. Makes this a 51-24 ball game. Floater up and good by Braden York. He's got his first points of the game here in the fourth quarter. 3:40 on the clock. This one, pass back around to Hendricks. Hendricks for three, no good. Rebounded by Griffin. Creighton came down a little funky there, and he's going to limp his way back across the court. It's a 5-on-4. Miller with the open three. He hits it. His second of the night. And that one poked away. Turnovers galore here. But this is the second string playing out here for Lakeway. Braylon Walters up and in on the runner. Good. That's his second bucket of the night. And it's now a 20-point game. And looky there. Here comes the starters. Nope. Coach says, get back on the bench. I'm not worried till they pull within 10, he says. 2.5 minutes on the clock. It's not likely one way or the other. Pass in the corner. Now inside here to Marlin. Marlin tries to get it back out. Griffin's going to pick it up. Gets it over to Miller. Miller to Walters. Walters will take it across. Long pass out to Aiden Polly. Walters wanted the give and go there. Gets it to Miller. Back out to Polly. Screen by Miller. Polly drives. Good. And that is Aiden Polly's first points of the night here to pull it in within 18. And now the starters will come in. Going to take a 30-second timeout simply to put his starters back in, I would guess. No, he's going to take a full, so we'll take one with him. Be back here in just a moment.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Starters back in for Lakeway as Richland was getting a little too close for comfort, I guess. Down 18. Story back to Ryder Martin. Ryder Martin over to Shaw. Shaw up top to Martin. They're just going to sit here and run clock with 1.5 minutes left and a pretty sizable lead here. And now we're going to have a foul called on, I think that's Sawyer Shearer. It is. Sawyer Shearer getting some action here. Easton Payne also getting some action. Actually not sure why we don't see more of Easton yet. Maybe just unproven. Drive down the right side, now pass out to Shaw, and they're just going to keep shuffling the cards here, as you will. And it's turned over out of bounds. So 1:07 on the clock here. Walters, Payne. I don't know who number 30 is. I'll have to look here in a moment. Braylon Walters dribbles in traffic, draws the foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 here. He only has 2 so far. First one up and good. No, he has 4 so far. Makes the second. Less than a minute to go here. Lakeway probably content just to run the clock unless they are... Ryder Martin wanted to shoot that one. Coach said, no, no, no. Payne kicking that one away. Braylon Walters putting pressure on Martin, making them move the ball. 35 seconds on the clock here. And Lakeway just content to dribble out the clock if they're allowed. And they're just going to keep passing it around here, shuffling the deck over and over. And now we're going to have a foul called on Sawyer Shearer. That is the 5th team foul. With 16 seconds on the clock, that's Sawyer's 2nd foul. First one up and no good by Ryder Martin. Second one up and good. 52-35 here. 16 on the clock. I believe there's Easton Payne with a 3, no good. Gets his own rebound. Trying to go inside on Shaw. Out to Walters. Walters head fake 2, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds with under a second to go. So I think that'll do it here on the inbound. It will, so let's go to a break while I do some math. We'll come back and wrap this thing up. We'll be back in just a moment after this.
Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. Walters Construction, if you can dream it, we can build it.
All right. Final score. Yeah, there we go. 52-35. Not a great showing by the Bears as they are eliminated. Final scoring for the Bears on that end is York with 2, Alexander with 12. I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. Yep. Polly with 2, Cohen with 4, Buttress with 1, Walters with 6, Miller with 6, Griffin with 2. On the Lakeway side, it's Marlin 2, Creighton 2, Martin 15, Story 9, Boggs 6, Shaw 2, Kelly 4, Wyatt 5, Neff 1, and Hendricks 5. I think you can see the difference there. The scoring a little more spread out among the Hornets than what it was among the Bears. So congratulations to the Lakeway Hornets on advancing to the consolation finals. They'll take on the winner of our next game coming up, which will be the Crocker Lions and the Newburgh Wolves. We'll be back with that game in just a few minutes, right after we get started.